Hi Aquarius, welcome to your love reading for the month of January. Okay, I have a kitty carrying a toy. Let me take that away from her so you guys don't have to hear those bells. Okay, so the first card in regards to this reading, which represents, where you are in regards to this situation, is the Justice card. And this really represents, figuring out what is and what isn't working out for you in regards to this dynamic. It's sort of a come to Jesus moment, and often it follows with some very direct type of communication, and it can often lead to some sort of decision within this dynamic which could change the course. And it could go either way. It can go positive or negative, but that's all contingent on finding out what's working and what's not. And I think that that's what you're really doing. You're really examining this type of dynamic. Now, where your partner's at in regards to this situation is the Hermit. And this is a very private type of energy. I don't think that this individual opens up very much. This person is incredibly deep and does a lot of introspection and reflection. This person likes to get lost in their head, and often keeps to themselves. And the issue is that when you're with this type of individual, it can sometimes feel like you're alone, and it can make you question where you stand with this person. And the truth is that they're really just taking everything in, but communicating is not this individual's strong point at all. So if you want to, have an in-depth or serious conversation, you have to work with them to try to get them to communicate. I think you have to be very direct with this individual, which, you're exercising if you're within the energy of the Justice card. Now, what's working against you in regards to this dynamic is the Tower card. And, this really represents a situation that really just went to hell, that really shook you, and it was hard for you to come back from because it was something that was so hard to move through. The good news is that you have processed this situation. It's still with you, but it's not something that still hurts you. But again, an emphasis on being able to remember this situation and not wanting to repeat the events of the past. Now, what's working against your partner in regards to this is the Fool. So sometimes this person doesn't make, good decisions. Sometimes, which kind of surprises me if they have the energy of the Hermit, but they don't always make good decisions. And sometimes this person could come across as maybe even being a little immature and childlike. Now, what connects you guys is the energy of the Nine of Swords. I think that this is an understanding that, or an acknowledgement that, yeah, you guys could be pretty hard on yourselves, and sometimes it's easy for you to blame yourself for situations that haven't gone right for you. It's something you're able to connect connect with over, but it's also something that it seems that you're able to try and work your way through together, that it's something that you're trying to move past. The card being reversed has to do with, being able to work through that energy. So, whereas before it seemed like that type of energy would really bring you down, but together you're able to connect over it and try and move forward through it together. So, you guys are aiding each other, as part of this anxiety and self blame aspect that you both share. Now, the outcome for this relationship is the Strength card. So, I mean, there are things that both of you are afraid of in regards to being in a relationship together. There's things that really scare you. And I think that, this card represents an acknowledgement from both of you of being willing to be able to work through it. But you guys are really going to have this come to Jesus moment and have a sit down and be able to communicate what you want. And it looks like you're already at that point, but it looks like you need to get to the point where, you will let this person or you encourage this person to communicate freely with you. So with that said, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. Thank you.